Hey everybody, it's a Monday night. We are doing our Dream Achievers Zoom community call. I'm glad you're here either live or watching the replay. Tonight our topic is group selling, which I'm excited to deliver on. But before we get to that, we're going to do a little icebreaker. I want you to introduce yourself, where you live. Here's the question today. What are you most looking forward to this summer that's fun? So name where you live. What are you most looking forward to this summer that is fun? And Sheila, I'm going to have you start. Got to unmute.
Hi, I'm Sheila Ruprecht, Watkins, Minnesota, and I am looking forward to several vacations this summer.
Ooh, where's one of them that you're going to?
Lake Vermilion on a houseboat.
Nice. Will you be up there for the weekend or a week or what?
It is 3 nights, 4 days.
Oh, fun.
Houseboat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Lake Vermilion. Pete's cousin has a place up there. We'll have to touch base.
Northern Minnesota, for those of you who aren't familiar.
Because we have Vermilion, South Dakota, so I thought, well, maybe she's coming down by Christy and I.
No, way in northern Minnesota.
Well, I can't wait to hear all about that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Angie, you're up next.
Angie Schaefer, Creighton, Nebraska, and I just love all of summer, swimming, vacations, camping. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Where's your favorite place to go camping, or where will your
We always
favorite?
camp at Lewis and Clark Lake in Yankton, South Dakota.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's huge lakes and about 10 different campgrounds and
Oh, fun. That sounds
yeah.
like a lot of fun. Okay,
Yeah.
Shelly, you're up next.
Shelly Akey from Stillwater, Minnesota. I am really looking forward to hanging at my sister-in-law's pool. They recently purchased a home that has a pool.
Nice.
Oh,
They
where's that?
previously had a boat, but we didn't make it out there very often. So
Is
yeah,
it
just a
close
few
by
miles
you,
from our
Shelly?
house.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect,
I'm
perfect.
not even going to ask. I'm just going to go.
Heck yeah.
To say, you
Make
home? I'm
sure-
on my way.
Make
If
sure
you're
you wear
not
your
home, give me the
sunscreen.
key.
Yeah,
Right.
that sounds like fun. Cool, cool. All right, Desiree, you're up next.
All right, I'm Desiree. I'm from Duluth, Minnesota. I don't have any set plans during the summer, but I am looking forward to walking my dogs without feeling like I'm gonna trip and fall on the sidewalk. So that is good news.
I
And
love it.
just having more time with the girls when they're not gonna have to be in school and not having to wake up at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah. Summer with the kids. That's awesome. I love it. Thanks, Desiree. Okay, Christy, you're up next.
Hi, Christy Anderson from Plainview, Nebraska. Spending time up at our cabin and boating on the water.
Oh, fun. How far away is your cabin from your house?
About 50 minutes. Not too far. It's right on the Missouri River.
Got it. Okay. How fun. That sounds cool. Okay, Twy, you are up next. Then it's Kathy. So go ahead, Twyla.
Twyla Minter from Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, and we don't have any plans right now. I've been signing up for some events, but other than that, we really don't have any plans for the summer. We have a trip planned for October, but not for the summer.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun in the summer, Twyla?
Well, I like to garden.
Oh, yeah.
I like to eat the garden stuff more than the gardening part. And hopefully we can get up to Steve's family cabin this summer. We haven't been able to do it for a couple of years, so it'd be fun to get up there and hang out with the crowd.
Where's that?
Nisswa, Minnesota.
Nisswa. Okay. By Brainerd. Cool.
By Brainerd.
Yeah. I bet she'll get to do it. Cool. Okay, Kathy, how about you? Oh,
Am I there?
you're here. We hear you. We don't see you, but we can hear you.
I know, new equipment, and I'm still haven't had time. I'm Kathy Senig. I am from Fort Gratiot, Michigan. I'm in the thumb. I'm right across from Canada, as we describe our location by our hand. My fun thing is I bought a brand new pontoon boat in November. So I'm gonna enjoy that up north where we have a cabin about 3 hours from where I live. And then I have an Alaskan cruise in July.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
Kathy, that
that-
sounds amazing. Wow.
That's my retirement gift. I retired a little over a year ago, and there's 9 of us going. So yeah.
Oh, super fun. I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing, Kathy. I'm glad you're
You're
here.
welcome. Thank you.
Yep. So I suppose I should share Sherry Fredericks, Foxville, Minnesota. I should say I'm most excited about our daughter Isabel's wedding, which is June 14th.
Yay.
But in a way, I'm kind of waiting for. No, I'm just kidding. No, I am excited. And the only reason I say that's because we're hosting it. Weddings in the church, but the reception and dance is here at the farm, in the pole shed. But no, we're really looking forward to that. And then we love to go to the cabin as well. So, and I just like to bike outside. You know what I mean? It's like Desiree, just play outside. Minnesota especially. We don't have much nice weather. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you for the introductions. Does anybody want to shout out with the victory? Anything they want to share? All right, well then we are going to we're going to do product knowledge next, which is Shelly, and then we're going to move to announcements and then topics. So Shelly, I'll let you share a product knowledge segment.
Have y'all tried this?
I'm excited to.
It's awesome.
Yes. I love that it takes butter and eggs. That's all. And the flavor is just so, it's so rich. And the texture, I sampled it at an event a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have one person say that they didn't like it. So, I've been trying to, focus on no gluten ingredients, no gluten ingredients.
Did you sell much of it then, Shelly?
I did sell a bunch that day. I think
Yeah.
I sold like 8 of them that day.
Oh, that's
wow.
awesome.
So, it was in a situation where I could do samples. It was a very, very small event. I've tried sampling at bigger events, and it's just too difficult if I don't have an assistant. But the next thing on my list is the ones with the caramel in the middle.
Yeah.
I think I should bring those to Easter.
There you go.
She agrees.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I apologize for not in more information, but that's since I couldn't do the pineapple chipotle, I had to do this one. So I think it's pretty versatile. And I think that I hope we come out with more that have no gluten ingredients.
Right. A tort, if you Google a tort means there's no flour in it. Did you guys?
No flour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone was saying it had a customer said that her husband is allergic to corn and cornstarch. And this doesn't have it. Wait a minute, it does. The packet 2 has cornstarch. But I was surprised. I've never had someone say that they are allergic to corn and so everything involved. But I did sell her a pineapple chipotle sauce.
There you go. There you go. So
So if I
packet
can't sell
2
one
has
thing, sell another.
has cornstarch in it. That's weird because I thought it was just powdered sugar.
Yeah, there's powdered sugar and cornstarch.
Oh.
So
And somebody
yeah, and I
say
look
that
forward to making it a lot this summer because it's just an easy thing to bring to family functions. Although I always have to bring the crack dip. So the teriyaki peanut dip.
Honey teriyaki, yeah.
Yeah.
Did someone say they made the tort into cookies? Did you say that, Shelly, or did someone?
I did not, but you know what? Cookies are always so easy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I don't make them more often because then I eat them.
Exactly.
So.
Okay. Anybody have
And I
any
think it's a really good price point too for something that has, it's flourless.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
gluten ingredients. So
Anybody have any questions for Shelley?
Are other people having good success with it?
I am. I sampled it. It's been a while, but at 2 of my parties, and people were like, "Wow, I wouldn't know that there wasn't flour in it." Again, if you know what a tort means, it means no flour, but I didn't say that to them.
It's
I'm
just
just
so
like,
rich.
yeah, they thought it was really yummy, so they really liked it.
I'm glad you mentioned the corn because I do have a friend that's gluten-free, but her son's allergic to corn.
Hmm.
And I have an uncle that's allergic to corn, so I'm glad you mentioned that because I would have never looked at that to see if it had
Yeah.
cornstarch in it because that wouldn't be.
So do you think, I
Yeah.
mean, that's a separate packet, Twyla. Do you think they would still buy it even though they wouldn't use that?
She might.
It's
Yeah,
in the
throw it in-
main, it's in the main product too.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Cornstarch
dang
is?
it.
Yep.
Okay.
Shoot. Well, that's good that you pointed it out. Yeah, I didn't know that either, so. Okay, well, or anything else, Shelley? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you.
Nothing.
Oh.
Maybe I'll
Okay.
try something. I can't find my box with my samples that came with the consultant assortment. So
Do we have samples or what do you
we
mean?
did. We had a couple.
Yes,
Okay.
signature seasoning and BLT.
Yes.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
did offer smells of that at one of my events. And I
Which
did
one?
sell a few.
The BLT one?
No, the season, the TS
Oh,
signature
TS seasoning. Oh, yeah,
seasoning.
yeah. Cool. Hey, Kristen, welcome. I see you in the bottom there. Yeah, welcome. Okay, well, let's move on to announcements. I just want to remind you, we still have the cooking challenge going on. We talked about that in the beginning. When you're using our new spring summer products, make sure you snap a picture so you can share it on the community page. And one person will be drawn on Monday, the 31st, and they'll get a $50 Amazon gift card. I don't know. I'd kind of like that. I won't put my name in there, but I guess I could, but I won't. But anyway, so I wanted to remind you about that. We also talked about, maybe before we started to hit record, the Meal Madness Prep event. Did you guys see that? Meal Madness Prep event that Tastefully Simple is putting on April 13th, and they are going to use the Family Faves. So Family Faves is one of our meal kits, and Angie Zawakowski is going to run it. So it's one of the meals. It's $49.95. At that event, when you order this, you'll get almost immediately an email with the grocery list because we're only going to make 3 of the meals, and 1 you'll get to eat that night. The other 2 that you make, you can put in the fridge and have it for Monday night or Tuesday night, and or you can put it in the freezer. Then the other 2 you can make on your own. So I think it's a great idea. Anybody gonna join us? I know I'm gonna do it Sunday at 4:00.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna try.
promote it with your people.
I was just informed we're celebrating my mother-in-law's birthday that day at 4:45.
Well, that's important.
Yeah.
But you could sell it to people. It's on Zoom.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep. So your
I gotta get my
client.
rearing gear.
Yep. I think they said order by April 4th to ensure that you have it in time. But again, once you place the order, like I did it today, almost immediately you get that email with the grocery list, the Zoom link, and tips. So I think it sounds super fun. So who else would like to join you on that? Also, our incentive trip, we're still working towards, we have till the end of the year for that trip to Cancun. So see where you're at for sales. And then our Party Palooza, which is our national conference, it's the first weekend in August. Registration will open April 23rd. So just keep your eye out for that. This year, where's it at, you guys?
Minneapolis.
Yes,
No,
at the
yeah.
Hyatt Regency in Minneapolis, right by the Mall of America and by the airport. Remember, every other year it's like Minnesota, somewhere else. So
Mhm.
we like it when we don't have to fly, right? Spend the money on the airfare. So please think of joining us. Okay. Any other announcements that I totally forgot of that we should talk about? Nope. Okay. Well, then we are going to move to our topic. And now this is I need to have some participation. And our topic is group selling. What is the definition of group selling? Is when you have more than 1 or 2 people together, right? And you're selling Tastefully Simple. So what types of group selling do we do? Who wants to shout out? What types of group selling do we generally do?
Tasting.
Online parties.
Someone said online parties, that's one.
Tasting parties,
Tasting parties,
experiences.
Events.
Events,
events.
Mm.
What else?
Open houses.
Open
Mm.
houses,
fundraisers,
fundraisers. What's something that we just talked about? Meal prep experiences.
I'm doing a bread art experience on Thursday night.
Hey, are you?
Mm-hmm.
You've already done one, right, Twyla, or is this your first
No.
one? I was
Hmm.
thinking that you did.
I've been curious about those. I have no idea what they're all about, but
I did my first one last night for an event that I went to and the people just went crazy, but they
What
thought it was the
recipe?
coolest
What
thing.
recipe? What recipe are you using, Twyla?
I used the rustic herb
Yeah.
flatbread recipe. It felt like there was too much rustic herb in it, the one I took, but
Oh,
yeah, that was the flatbread bread one. Just use beer bread.
yeah. I love it. How many people do you have coming?
3 or 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, well, that's cool that you said that. I was talking to Kim Leopardo this morning, and I just haven't gotten to it. She had, do you guys know Tam Easterling from Texas? She shared a bunch of things on Kim's page that I'll share on our page. Hey, Twyla, one thing that I thought was really cool is Tam has people take parchment paper and lay it on the table and do their artwork on the parchment paper before they put it in the beer bread.
Yeah, I was gonna have them do it on the cutting board. That's what someone else suggested, but
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
point is, it's kind of like when you make a
Lay it out.
sign and you're like,
Mhm.
let's do it. And you're like, crap, I don't have enough room for the last 2 letters. So if I would have practiced before I did it. So I think, I mean, some people are like, I don't need to practice. I'm just going to do it. But I thought that was a good idea. So whether you do it on the cutting board, like Twyla said, or you do it on parchment paper, or you just wing it. But I did think that was a good idea. So let us know
Yeah,
how it goes,
good.
Twyla.
Okay.
Okay, so online parties, tasting parties, events, open houses, fundraisers, meal prep, and the beer bread art. So that's 7 different group selling activities. What do you guys, I mean, here's what I'll say is, what do you enjoy? What do you enjoy in a group selling activity? And then I would go for it. I shared earlier with a couple of you guys that I love to do in-person parties, in-person experiences, for many reasons. It's profitable. There's hardly any upfront cost. I get there at 5:15. I'm out of that house before 8. It's super fun. I can check all the boxes in a very short period of time. I help people add flavor to their kitchen. And so many people say, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Blah. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I like to do. What do you guys like to do for group selling? How about you, Angie? What's your favorite group selling? Oh, Desiree, you can talk about that in a second. Angie, what's your favorite group selling?
Probably online or events.
Online or events? Okay, Desiree, what's your favorite group selling, or what were you showing us there?
This is what I created for a tasting party, is like a theme night. So that's what
Oh,
we're doing on the 4th, is taco night. But
cool.
I like tasting parties. I mean, I'm not against anything, but I like tasting parties, and I like little like craft fair events.
Events as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Sheila? What's your favorite group selling?
I like tasting parties. I think they're easier than online parties.
Yep.
And I also like local vendor events.
Yeah. You do great at both of those. Okay. How about you, Shelley? What's your favorite group selling?
I think events. I'm more comfortable with those than I would be with a house an in-home party.
Sure.
Just because I've done so many events and I have
Well,
so
you
much
live in
more
a
experience.
great area where you have opportunity to do so many events. So that's awesome. Okay, Twyla, how about you? What's your favorite group selling?
Well, I like events, but I like to do the in-home parties too. It's less work, and this weekend I had a $600 party, and it was
Hey,
just I just had to show up basically, and it sells itself, so I don't have to set up and take down and do all that. So
Yeah, good for you. That's a great party. How about you, Christy? What's your favorite group selling? I'm gonna guess, but I'll have you share.
I like events other than hauling everything and out, but I like events. I would really like to get back into doing some in-home tasting parties, but it's hard to get them around here for some reason. I don't know if Angie has that same feeling, but around here, you just don't get them.
Mhm.
Well, we'll dive into that in a minute. How about you, Kathy? What's your favorite group selling opportunities?
I do events almost every weekend and in-home parties. When you can get experiences, when you can get them. I'm doing some fundraising, so yep.
Okay, that's awesome. Kristen, you're new. Well, you were a consultant for a while ago and you're back, which we welcome you back. Is there any group selling activities that you would like to do? Oh, shoot, we can't hear you. It looks like you're not muted, but that's okay. Maybe you just have it off or something. It's okay. It's okay. We're just glad you joined us. If you want to put in the chat, you can, but you don't have to. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so, oh, and my favorite, like I said, is tasting. I mean, I like to do all of them as well, but if I would just pick one, I would say tasting parties. Okay, so how to make it happen? I mean, obviously, a lot of you shared events. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you talk to other people that do events or you, whatever. So that, we don't need to talk about that, how to do that, do we?
No.
No. I'm sure we could have a training on the best way to do events. You know, are you using Square? Do you have it in your library? Are you collecting information so you can follow up with your people? You know, we could talk about that, but we're not going to talk about that today. The other thing that you guys shared online, but also it sounded like a few of you like to do in-person parties. Okay, Kristen says currently mostly only able to do online. Okay, that's good though. Online parties are great. So in-person parties. So I would just, if that's something you want to do, find one person. You just have to find one person, find a friend, because it's always easier to book at an in-person experience, right? I mean, Angie and Christy, you both said in your area, probably in my area too, but I'm not going to say that to myself, because that's not what I want to do. So, I mean, could you find a friend, a family member, a past host? I mean, Christy and Angie, to do an in-person experience? Either one of you? Christy, Angie?
I didn't know what you asked.
Oh, I said, it's always easier to book at an experience. So you both said you would like to do it, but not in your area or whatever. So could you find at least one person that would be willing to do it?
Christy wants to do them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Angie, I thought you said you wanted to.
yeah, I'm sure I could find somebody.
Oh, Angie, you said online or events. I'm sorry.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
That's okay.
Yeah, my bad. So yeah, Christy, just find one person. That's all you have to do is start with one person and then you can book at that. So it really is about prospecting. I mean, if you want to do online, Kristen said she wants to do online or in person, fundraising, anything, it's really, prospecting isn't a bad word. It's just asking people, right? One of my 6 in a dozen that I'm doing in April, and that's why I'm like, boy, I should just do this. I had reached out to her about a month ago and she finally got back to me and she's like, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. You know what I mean? So it's just about, did Sheila fall asleep or did she freeze? Oh, I thought you fell asleep, Sheila. Sorry to call you out on that. I'm like, did she fall asleep or did her computer freeze?
That would have been awesome, Sheila.
I
Come on.
wish you kind of would have, because it would have been really funny. Okay, so group selling is where it's at. What question? Now Shelly's falling asleep. Oh, she's looking at her thing. How can I help you? Twyla's looking at her. Sorry, I'm being naughty. What questions do you have? What would help you? I was talking to someone like maybe you should do a booking blitz again. Is that anything that you would be interested in? Maybe we need some accountability. I told you I was really self-driven because I wanted to do 6 parties in 12 days, but that's me. This is my full-time job. I needed to make I need to make extra money. I need to make money, not extra money, money. So I'm very
Mm.
self-motivated, but what would help you? This is not about me. What would help you guys?
I think it's a great idea to do a booking blitz again, because and those were always very beneficial and you were able to book experiences in that. So definitely something I'm gonna put on my calendar to do.
Awesome, Kathy. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Desiree says yes. What about the rest of you? Enthusiasm is contagious. And what do they say about action? Don't wait to be motivated. Just do it or whatever. I don't know.
Send us some of your leads because you obviously have them.
What's
Just
that?
kidding. I said, send us some of your leads.
Well, I
Just
tell
kidding.
you what. Okay, I'm not going to be naughty here, but I'm going to ask you this. How many of you have asked people in the last week to do one of your group selling experiences that you shared? How many of you have asked in the last week? Okay. How about in the last 24 hours? Actually, I did ask somebody today. Okay. So good,
Yes.
Sheila. I'm glad you're asking. Good, Twyla. And Shelly, I'm just picking on you. But, it's really just a matter of asking. And then I know you've heard me say this, and you're probably like, Sherry, shut up. But the 3 strikes and they're out. You absolutely have to follow up with people. Haven't you ever got a text or a private message and you look at it at the stoplight? Shame on me. Or you're waiting in the dentist office and they call your name and you don't get back to that person? Same for the people. And it's our job to follow up with them. So I just say 3 strikes. The second time, maybe in a day or 2, I say, hey, just looping back. Third time, I'll even say, I don't mean to bug you, but I'm just wondering. And you will get orders, you will get bookings. And I know it takes time, but it really doesn't take that much time. I don't have my tablet in front of me, but I just write their names down and I write when I've reached out to them, I go, oh, I need to follow up with her. She never got back to me. And then I found sometimes by leaving a message, I know nobody likes to talk to people anymore, but when you call and leave a message and follow up with a text, they hear that energy and excitement. And you also, I hate to use the word talk someone into it, but when you're talking to them on the phone, they're like, I don't know. Well, if you were to do it, Angie, what month would you like to do? Oh, I do May. Oh, okay. Well, what day of the week? Or when you're texting and private messaging, sometimes people don't want to take the time to type that in. So if you're really motivated to make it happen, use your voice.
Especially with experiences like in person. I
Yes.
remember you would have to use some tactics like that, like, well,
Right.
what's month would work? Well, then what
Yes.
day of the week? Yeah.
And
Versus online, it wasn't as tough.
Yep. So in person, and you're really just helping them make a decision. And then I was thinking today when I was thinking about tonight, I used to do this. I would take 10 people and mail them a catalog. I'm not saying you have to do this, a new catalog, because it's been someone you haven't seen for a while. And hey, can't wait to chat with you or look at all the new products. I'm going to be calling you or something. You don't have to put that on there, but then you have to call them and say, hey, did you get the catalog? Yeah, did you check it out? Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun if you had, it's been years since you've had a tasting experience. What do you think? So if you need that tool to do that, do it. Start with 10 people or 20. I wouldn't do more than that. Mail them the catalog and then follow up. And if you can do it now, you guys, and get people in April, it'll just propel you into May, June, July, and August. So have you ever done that where you've mailed them a catalog and put a little note on there? That still works, you guys. I haven't done it for a long time, but I know it would work. Because when you're calling them, you kind of are calling them out of the blue. So
Yeah.
anything else? Otherwise, we're almost done here.
One
How can
thing,
I help you?
one thing I tried right before the meeting was I'm doing these taco party things. So I just put on Facebook like who loves tacos and put a little GIF thing on there. And I'm just gonna see who responds on there And if anybody's, well, if anybody's like reasonably local, I'm
Sure.
gonna ask them that way and kind of get an idea of like people who might be interested in the taco night thing.
That's great.
So that's one
Desiree.
idea I came up
Yeah.
with.
That's a
Good
smart
idea.
idea.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
and you could always do an online one if they're too far away, Desiree, and just focus on tacos or enchiladas or,
Yeah. Oh, and I think I've done that before. Made a taco party.
I mean, you could. Yeah,
So I could do it again.
you
Why
sure
not?
could. You sure could. Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap it up, and if you have any questions, you can stay on our comments. But our next Zoom, we're doing them twice a month, second Monday and fourth Monday. So the next one will be on the 14th if I can get one of Angie, Shelley, or Sheila. I forgot to ask you that because I have a tasting experience that night. Well, we stay tuned. We'll share it on the community page. It's nice to be connected and it's so fun to see your smiling faces. So I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to stop the recording, and if you want to stay on, you can. If you need to run, I get it.